Good afternoon, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the closing bell at Nasdaq OMX. I would like to ask our colleague, Mr. Ed Knight, Executive Vice President and Chief Regulatory Officer of Nasdaq Group, to join me on the stage, please.
Thank you, James. James is our man in Kuwait and does a great job, and we're happy that he is here today. We're happy to have guests here from Kuwait to go forward with the opening bell ceremony, the closing ceremony at the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. As you know, Nasdaq is part of the world's largest exchange company, the Nasdaq OMX Group, that touches markets all over the world. Through the years, we've been fortunate to forge strong relationships in Kuwait, and today several of our good friends from Kuwait are here to join us at the market close. In that regard, we are pleased to welcome our guest for today's closing bell, Commissioner Mishal Al-Usami of the Capital Markets Authority in Kuwait. The Capital Markets Authority in Kuwait was established in 2010, and the role of the CMA is to regulate securities-related activities, raise public awareness in relation to the capital markets, protect investors, of course, and reduce systemic risk and ensure full disclosure and compliance with the laws of Kuwait. In creating the Capital Markets Authority, the government in Kuwait, a very strong ally of the United States, is demonstrating its commitment to a well-regulated and transparent investment environment. Just as we have in the United States the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, to regulate the capital markets and provide protection to investors, the Capital Markets Authority will contribute to improving investor confidence locally and regionally. This in turn will lead to a stronger foundation for capital formation to support the growth of the private sector. Capital formation and job creation are in Nasdaq OMX's DNA. Over 40 years ago, we pioneered to the world electronic markets, which are now the standard for markets worldwide. Equally as important, the creation of Nasdaq introduced sound regulation to the over-the-counter market. And around sound regulation and great technology grew an ecosystem that you just saw in the film today of analysts, brokers, investors, and in particular entrepreneurs, nurturing and supporting high-growth early-stage companies. I'm confident the same can happen in Kuwait. Since 2009, Nasdaq has been part of the team helping them realize their vision. The Emir of Kuwait has been clear in stating Kuwait's goal, and I quote the Emir, to rebuild Kuwait as a modern financial and trade center. We join in that goal. We congratulate them on their success to date. We look forward to working with you in the future. It is now my honor to welcome to the podium Commissioner Mishal Al-Usami of the Kuwait Capital Markets Authority.
Ed, James, thank you for the kind invitation. Kuwait. Now let's talk about the nation before we talk about markets. Oil is what defines it. I beg to differ. There is a system of values that almost 3 centuries weaving the fabric of its society, business, and politics. Trust, resolve, perseverance, and democracy. From building trade routes in the late 18th and 19th centuries between India, Africa, and the Middle East, found the very basic values that defines the nation. To a capital market able to manage securities issuances in the 70s and 80s of our last century, rivaling major international financial institutions, establishing a regional financial hub for clients such as governments of Norway, Sweden, and corporations from Japan, France, and many others. A vibrant stock market played a role, complementing the evolution of the story, but also exposing vulnerabilities in a small economy when it's not regulated effectively. For the first time in our nation's history, we have a real opportunity to distill our heritage and wealth of experience assembled throughout our relatively short history. The Capital Markets Authority was recently founded to preserve the very fundamental values that defined our nation by developing and properly regulating an innovative, efficient, resilient, transparent, and credible capital market. We can reestablish our leadership position in regional markets. This is possible by no small measure through strong partnership and collaborations such as the one we have with Nasdaq. Thank you.
In honor of our relationship and today and you being here, we'd like to give you a little token of our appreciation.
Thank you very much.